Rush Strong Hazen. Rush Hazen was a well-known figure in Knoxville in the late 1800s. He was known for being a wealthy businessman, a benefactor to Leonora Whittaker Wood, and also for starting the YMCA here in Knoxville. He is most remembered for his marriage to Alice Evelyn Mabry, the daughter of Joseph Alexander Mabry, Jr., who was killed in the shootout with Thomas O'Connor in Market Square. Rush was born to Gideon M. Hazen and Mary Strong Hazen and was the second youngest of 10 children. Rush was born into a well-known Knoxville family. His father, Gideon, had been a wealthy paper mill merchant and also the mayor of Knoxville for a time. Rush built his own success on being a grocer. This success developed into his being a benefactor to a school started by Leonora Whittaker Wood, which was later the inspiration for a book named Christie, which was written by Wood's daughter. Rush is featured in the book under a different name, but is considered the wealthy benefactor who comes to visit. Although little is known about the relationship between Rush and Alice, it is known that Alice married Rush less than 90 days after the death of both her brother and father. Alice's father built and lived in what he named Pine Hill Cottage. Later, after his passing, Alice and Rush both lived in the house, and it was renamed the Mabry Hazen House, which is still a historic Knoxville landmark today. One thing that can be said for certain was that Alice's marriage to Rush created financial stability for her and her mother after the passing of both her brother and father. It is highly likely that this marriage was based primarily upon economic factors, as Alice and her mother were extremely poor after the deaths of the two members of their family. You can see in photos of Alice before her marriage that her and her mother were relatively poor, but after the wedding, you can see her in expensive mourning clothes, including the black crepe dress that was pictured earlier. You could also see, if you were to visit the Mabry Hazen house today, many expensive artifacts that still exist. These artifacts prove that Alice and Rush were extremely wealthy after their marriage. Without this marriage, there's the distinct possibility that the Mabry family name would have simply gone down in the forgotten parts of Knoxville's history. Rush Hazen's marriage to Alice saved their wealth and built and continued their legacy as wealthy individuals in Knoxville. The Mabry Hazen house is now the only standing memory of them, as their daughter, as the youngest daughter of Alice and Rush, declared it a museum before her death. Take the time for you.